at our 1 year mark. If any of you women, maybe men who are on the call and your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever brought this to you and you were reluctant, I can relate. That was me. That is my biggest regret in this, not only for helping others feel better, but if I fast forward where we are now, I never imagined what this would turn into. It shouldn't surprise me because a little backstory of Devin and I, we actually did this with Steve and Gina and Mike and Sai and Onyx once before. I should have known better. They have a track record for success and for finding vehicles that are successful, that are industry, that are breaking industry and shaking industry. So I should have known better. When you heard about this technology for the first time and someone probably asked you, hey, what do you know about stem cells? Did that little light bulb go on your head that even though you had a little bit of doubt, you wanted to know more? Well, that was me. Immediately, we were on our way to my best friend's house and Devin's brother called him and I heard Steve and Gina Merritt and I was like, uh-oh, because we had just sold one of our 4 companies and I wasn't yet ready to make a big leap. I wanted to take a break for a little bit. We were thinking about starting another company and I go, uh-oh. And then I hear him say, this is a stem cell technology. And I immediately went, well, at least want to learn about the technology. I want to learn about the product. I have always been interested in it. I take skincare products that have growth factors in it. But we couldn't afford it. We're raising 3 kids. I can't afford $7,000 to $100,000 a treatment. I know they're painful, they're invasive. I've had stomach problems since I was 18 years old. And I read that stem cells can help with these sorts of things. So I actually got a colonoscopy last May, the May before I got the patches in July. And my doctor basically told me, hey, we don't see, cancer or polyps or anything, but we see some irritation. Take this medication, change your diet to the MAP diet, and good luck. I'm like, I've literally been miserable my entire adult life. I've had stomach pain since I was 18. So I told Devin, if this helps my stomach, if this technology can help my stem cells become active and my stem cells heal my body, I will think about it. Well, God knew better because I put the patch on and in 10 days, I felt huge relief. I'm not claiming that the patch cures, heals, or treats anything, but what it did is elevate a copper peptide, which turned on my stem cells and my stem cells went to work. One of the main things the NIH's website says is it helps with stomach lining. So I really do think with the dropping of my inflammation and the stomach lining, I immediately felt relief. And for me, that was huge. I was also an insomniac. I was getting tired. Any insomniacs out there? I was getting tired at like 10 o'clock, which is huge. He can literally fall asleep at 7 on the couch, 5 minutes into American Idol, and I'm wide awake till 3 o'clock eating potato chips.
And I was one of those, after COVID, never felt the same. Even I had it twice. And after the second time I had COVID, I was hospitalized 3 different times. I just tell Sarah, I think my breathing's changed and my body just haven't felt right. And I was just like, well, let me just give it a little bit more time. And so after, it took me about 51 days of being on the patch to where I actually felt, I lost 10 pounds. The inflammation that I was having, that pressure that was in my upper chest, dissipated, went away. And so what my wife doesn't tell you too is she's super into all natural. She's super into organic and the way we eat, our families eat. And so she kind of heard that we could change our body's chemistry through light, something that didn't enter the body, non-transdermal, instead of using drugs that people are using, and on medications day in and day out. She was super intrigued, want to know more about it. So thank you guys for calling us, Steve and Gina, my brother for calling us, and Mike and Sai. We're forever grateful. And we are having a blast sharing this technology with people. Yeah. So we'll jump
now with Devin's testimony, you guys, just a little back. We spent over $10,000 out of pocket in medical bills. We went from he spent 3 days in the hospital. They ran every test. He's a cancer survivor. For over a year, we struggled with whatever was wrong with him. They said COVID was a mystery illness. They're going to be mystery diseases. We were going from specialist to specialist to specialist. Nothing was helping. It took a little bit longer for him. Thank goodness we stuck with it. Thank goodness I had my feeling right away. And 50 days later, all of his symptoms gone, just completely dissipated from his body. And as a mother and a wife and just laying next to him for over a year, not knowing what's wrong with him, that was huge for us. And that's why we're out there sharing this, because there's so many people out there across the world. We're in 75 different countries that we can help turn their own body's healing system on. So that's why we are excited. So real quick, we're going to get into this little slideshow. It helps keep me on track. Like I said, I am obsessed with this technology, so I can go down my little rabbit holes, but I'm grateful for technology to keep me on track. So have you been patched? Okay. Have you been patched yet? If you have not been patched, make sure you get off of this call right away. Whoever invited you to this Zoom, give them a call, go ahead and place your order. Get ready to feel better than you have felt in a long time. When you put this patch on, what it is clinically and patented proven to do is elevate a very specific copper peptide in the body. It is called the GHKCU copper peptide. That is the holy grail of anti-aging and the gasoline tank to your stem cells. Because when you elevate this naturally occurring biochemical in the body, it's going to activate your own body's, the one that God created for you, your own body's dormant stem cells. Did you know that your stem cells go dormant? I didn't know that before this. I just thought they died. But no, your stem cells actually go dormant. This copper peptide will activate them. And once your stem cells are activated, it's going to start regenerating so much in the body. When you were born, your first cell was a stem cell inside the embryo. It is found in every single organ, found throughout the entire body in all 11 systems. A stem cell's job is to heal the body. We're made up of trillions and trillions and trillions of other cells that make up the body. When those cells die, your stem cells get a little message, hey, we need to make more cells, and they send those cells where they need to go for your body to regenerate. Right. But as we age, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age, and the slower you heal. That's why we are so excited about this all natural, safe, cost-effective technology. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing the symptoms of aging. Did you know that cognitive decline actually starts in your 20s? Okay. Everybody needs this. By the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are active. I did not know that. Okay. I did not know that. Steve actually did a meeting down in Fort Lauderdale about a week ago, and he said, we are on a mission spreading stem cell awareness. Why aren't doctors telling us that our stem cells are dormant? And I didn't know there was a way to activate those before this. By the age of 60, you lose almost all stem cell activity. That's why the aging process really starts in, the aches and pains, diseases really start in your 60s. Right. And we have an answer for you. We have something that can turn on your own body's healing system. So how does X39 work? Okay, I actually have a little sleeve on me here. It comes in a sleeve like this. Okay, there are 30 patches inside this sleeve. The patch looks like this. It's about the size of a quarter. On the middle of it, there's a little white circle about the size of a nickel. Okay, in this nickel size in the middle, in this little white circle in the middle, there are organic nanocrystals that are infused with a frequency. There are also some amino acids encased in there where they do not penetrate the skin. It's almost a formula in there. So what this patch does is when you put it on your body, it's going to use your body's infrared light as the energy source to activate the frequency inside these organic nanocrystals. So your body emits infrared light. This is a form of phototherapy. The most organic form of phototherapy is when you go out into the sun hits your skin, and it creates a natural biochemical called vitamin D. What this is doing is it's using your body's light, your infrared light that leaves the body. It's going to absorb your light, activate that frequency, shoot it back down into your body, and it's going to tell your brain to start elevating the GHKCU copper peptide. Once this copper peptide is elevated in the body, then it's going to reactivate your own body's stem cells.
And what's amazing too is that it's so simple to use. And I love the fact that it's only one thing that we actually had to learn. You know, this isn't a line of products that you have to, learn how all these 10, 20, 30 different products work. We have a one product source, one thing. And so one way I share it with people is as soon as you stick that patch on your body, it immediately sends a signal to your brain, and it starts to immediately decrease inflammation in the body, increase antioxidants levels, and immediately starts to duplicate your own body's stem cells.
Okay, so why are we excited about this? Well, LifeWave has been around for a while. Okay, it's been around for 19 years. This is going to be our 20-year anniversary in, I think, October.
Yeah.
It went in the last 2 years. So before 2 years ago, all right, the company was doing about $20 million a year in sales. Our CEO and inventor launched X39 in 2019. In the next 2 years, it went to $280 million in sales. This year, we're projected to end at over $400 million. That is huge. That is explosive growth. And 80% of the company's sales is all this X39 technology. The patch does all the work for us. People are getting results. So there's a high demand for this technology right now. And what else excites us is that we're in 75 countries. We have the opportunity to pretty much be in a 19-year-old startup because we're just now experiencing momentum. So the growing pains aren't near as much as they used to.
Right. And that's one thing that really excited Sarah is that we were in a super strong and stable company, something that had been around the test of time. It's not some brand new startup just getting started. This company is strong, it's stable, and it's got a revolutionary technology that I really feel like is going to be the biggest breakthrough in the health industry that we've ever seen. And so go ahead, babe.
So this is David Schmidt. He's our CEO and inventor of X39. I am mesmerized by this man. I have the most respect for him. We've actually got to meet him twice and have an intimate dinner with him and 40 of the other leaders on our team back in April. Thank you, Onyx, Steve, and Gina. And David Schmidt created this technology, originally the phototherapy technology for the military. He did not create this technology to start a network marketing company. He had no intentions of doing that. He had a lab in Georgia. He was building metal combustion engines for the military and oxygen systems. They asked him to come on board and create a natural way for Navy SEALs to have better vitality and more energy. They would have to stay up for 40 hours at a time. They were drinking lots of caffeine and taking caffeine pills, and they had no access to light. So he figured out a way to use their own body's light to elevate natural biochemicals in the body to give them more vitality. The one he created for them was somewhat of an energy enhancer patch. That was in 2000, from 2000 to 2004. Or 2000, 2002. In 2004, David launched LifeWave with an energy enhancer patch, did over $17 million in sales his first year. Fast forward to 2019 with X39, he has 10 years of research, $4.5 million in development, and he launched it just like we said 2 years ago in 2019, or a couple of years ago. He is a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame, and he is our scientist and inventor, and he's constantly,
which never happens in this industry, by the way. You will never see another company that has its own scientist, inventor, be the CEO of the company. He's the guy who runs the whole thing. So most of the time you will never, I mean, once in a lifetime, come across an opportunity to have the leader of our ship, the captain, as the inventor and scientist of this technology. So,
why are we so confident? Why do Devin and I have this posture and excitement? Because we know it works. Because our CEO is the inventor, and he made sure before he launched this technology, he spent the time and the money in protecting it with patents. If you look this patent up that is right here on this page, look it up, okay? It says on the patent that it will elevate the GHKCU in the body and that it activates stem cells in the body. It says it on our United States patent. It's recently patented. So for the next 17 years, nobody can do what we're doing, if they can even figure this out, because this man is absolutely brilliant.
And so me and Sarah are really sitting on the sidelines the last 10 years. We have not jumped on board anything. We have not, jumped on into another company. And it's because, most of these companies, they're all competing in the same category space, whether it's vitamins or shampoo or weight loss or, these products that can be found in local stores. People can buy them at, your regular stores. Sarah and I just were not excited about jumping in and trying to carve a space of our market out of these other products that were competing amongst each other, companies that were competing with the same, type of products that were out there. We were so excited to have something that is exclusive. When she says patent, it cannot be sold commercially. It cannot be sold. This technology cannot be sold for anybody. The patents that we have are 20-year patents. So we have, I think it's 17 more years that nobody can utilize this technology.
Mm-hmm.
So we are the only ones in the game. We have zero competition in this space.
And if someone's like, well, how do you know it works? Well, one, I feel it. And that's alone for me, it's incredible. But I have people on my team who have gotten started and they're leading medical people that are leading. They might not have had their aha moment, maybe taking longer than Devin, like how Devin did, but they know that this science is real. We have over 80 clinical trials, 130 patents, over 77 regenerative science patents. That is huge. There are certain things we can legally claim that this patch does, like elevate the GHKCU, which will reactivate dormant stem cells. Go on the NIH's website, go look up what the NIH pub.med says about this copper peptide. It is mind-blowing what it's doing to our bodies. So according to our studies, these are some things that people have seen when they activate their stem cells. You can experience rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation. That reduced inflammation is coming from lowering the inflammation in your body by raising your body's master antioxidant, which is your glutathione. The patch will do that. It supports wound healing. My daughter, the other day, we went fishing and she got her fishing line caught in our trolling motor 25 miles out in the Gulf. And I grabbed the line and split my finger almost down to the bone.
And it was that strong braided line too.
It was horrible. And you can't really see very well, but it doesn't hurt. This happened 3 days ago. It doesn't hurt. It's almost completely healed. I put a patch on my finger for 2 days. It's amazing. My skin I have never healed that quickly from anything, let alone something that extreme. It gives you energy and vitality. Almost everyone tells me that. I definitely feel it. If I might forget a patch a day or two, I definitely feel a drop in my energy. Mental clarity. Anybody out there kind of a borderline ADD? You're like doing 17 things at the same time. I don't know if it's a mom thing, but I've been that way for a while. I can't really hyper focus on one thing. And I am more focused now, which helps a lot with this business.
Yes.
The other day I sat down and did taxes for 6 hours straight. I would never do that. Usually it
would take her 2 weeks to get that done.
He's not kidding. And I have felt you say it's like taking the mental fog helmet off.
The brain fog helmet off.
So I have definitely felt a huge improvement in that, enhancing sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and improved skin appearance. So this is one of my favorite studies. I love that Steve and Gina put this on the slideshow. This was actually a screenshot of our scientist, David Schmidt, doing a webinar on this study. And basically it's the topography map of a 77-year-old woman who placed a patch on the back of her neck for 6 weeks. She was experiencing, you can see in session 1, this was before wearing X39, low cognitive levels and overstressed and inflamed brain. You can see all of the red and orange, that's inflammation. Within 3 weeks, you can see all of the inflammation has left her brain. And then within 6 weeks right here, all this yellow and vibrant colors, that's an improvement in her cognitive levels, improvement in blood flow in the brain. Huge. When he said that when he brought this participant to the team for the study, they suggested that he use a younger subject because they typically don't see someone with a scan like this in her age to have improvement. So if they wanted to have better results, they need a younger subject. And David already knew it was going to happen. So he said, no. So super exciting. Remember what I said, cognitive decline starts in your 20s. So the earlier you put this patch on, the better. Now here's some long-term results per our 80 case studies, which you can find on Start X39. The science behind this is amazing. If you have medical professionals and they want to learn more about our studies, just send them to that website, startx39.com. Here's a couple of them. Within the first few days, it's going to reset over 4,000 genes in your body to a healthier state. Did you guys know we only have like 21,000 genes? So that is a huge chunk of your genes immediately resetting to a younger state. Within 6 weeks, we showed you the study, your brain will become more balanced, which will help with a decrease in symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. We've had very close people to us who have experienced this almost immediately. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. I've been waiting to say this because I didn't want to repeat myself several times, but I have definitely, I'm 36 years old. I have been getting microneedling and peels and laser treatments for the last 3 years, trying to fight the aging process. I do not do Botox. I'm allergic to it. And my estheticianist, last time I went in last month to get my microneedling, she's been doing my face for years. She said, Sarah, what are you doing? Your skin looks better than it's ever looked. I'm like, girl, I've been telling you about this patch. She's like, okay, I need to know more. And I patched her and I gave her all the information. She told me, because this is lowering the inflammation in my body's responding to the treatments even better, and my collagen is increasing. But she doesn't really know as much as I do about the GHK, because the GHK-Cu actually is clinically proven to elevate collagen in the body. Collagen is your body's master protein. So it's going to help with decreasing wrinkles. It's going to help with hair growth. It increases your hair growth, and it increases in structural integrity of both your skeletal and your muscular system. So many benefits to that. And then lastly, within 6 months, your heart will reverse in age. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years. 8 years. That's huge. After just 6 months of using X39. We are hearing about 18-year-olds having heart attacks, guys. Everybody needs to reverse their heart right now.
Right.
Okay?
How many people on the call tonight want to turn your health around? You know, you guys have heard it. What's the number one time to be proactive or do something proactive with your health? That was yesterday. The second best time is right now. And so how many people want to look 10 years younger and start feeling younger and start waking that body up and turning your stem cells back on in your body, which is, like my wife said, it's the number one. It's the keeping your body in a healing state. That's the number one job of these stem cells.
So this is not just anti-aging. This is a big deal. Anti-aging is stopping the aging process. That's what we all been doing for the last couple of years, trying to stop the aging process. With what I've shown you here, David Schmidt has stated this is actual age reversal. The science is showing it's reversing our organs, our skin, our genetics, our genes in reverse. Okay. How exciting is that? So we've explained a lot tonight. You don't have to sound like a scientist if you want to share this with someone. Devin and I, when we're out and about and we're sharing this with people, I tell them my story and how it's helped me. I send them to this website, startx39.com. I throw them on these Zoom calls that we offer almost every day during the week, and I patch them and I let the patch do the work. Okay. So startx39.com has all the information there. It comes in many different languages. Please write that down, go do yourself a favor and visit that website.
And so how do you wear the patch? One thing I love about this is it's so simple. You know, I keep my patches next to my toothbrush. My wife keeps hers next to the coffee pot. So when you want to wear this during the daytime, your body emits the most light during the daytime. So when you wake up in the morning, you want to peel the 2 stickers off of this patch. You'll see in the clinical trials where they do the studies, they put the patch right behind the neck or 2 or 3 inches below the belly button. This patch is systemic though. If you have a specific pain, something in the body, whether it's a shoulder pain, and you know, a knee pain, a back pain, you can put this product. And that's the one thing I love about this technology is I know you guys have heard about stem cells and the injections that can only be administered in certain joints and in certain muscles in the body. This is systemic. So when you put this patch on, you want to just drink plenty of water, keep your body hydrated because, you know, you're waking up all those dormant stem cells. It's also a natural detoxer. So all those toxins and things we've built up in our bodies through diet, things we've eaten, you know, this is a way to actually naturally detox the body. But I love that this is systemic. So when you put this on, this works within all 11 systems of our body. This works with your musculoskeletal system, your lymphatic system, your nervous system, your respiratory system. All those systems in your body will start getting healing processes when you put this patch on. So you want to wear it for 12 hours. When you come in the afternoon to take a shower, peel it off, throw it in the garbage, and you're done with that patch until you get back up. It's just as important for you to stay off the patch for 12 hours to give your body that time to rejuvenate itself. And then when you get back up in the morning, you put the patch back on.
Very simple. Okay.
Super simple.
You guys know how on vitamins, when you read the back of a vitamin, it'll tell you, let's just say vitamin C. You need to take 1 tablet twice a day. Yo, how many of you are actually walking around taking the vitamins twice a day? You're not. But the reason being behind that is the way it's distributed in the body. You have to swallow it. It goes through all the digestive system, the stomach acid. It's going to elevate it for a little bit, and then your body's going to metabolize it out. What's really cool that I've learned recently from medical professionals that are on my team, that when you wear this patch, it is clinically proven to elevate it at significance. And they did a blood plasma test and a metabolism test. So this GHKCU is elevated at significance, flowing through your blood and metabolizing out through your urine. So it's at significance all day long. So you want to take it off so your body can rest and repair at night and turn on the light switch back on the next day. So how cool is that? Okay. Because how many of us are really popping those vitamins 3 times a day? You can put this on and during the day, your body is doing some good. So real quick, we have two of our good friends that I called in the last couple of days, asked if they could share their testimony with you. Laura is going to be the first one. Laura, if you can go ahead and unmute your mic. She doesn't have access to video tonight, but she has a incredible testimony. And Laura, if you can unmute your mic real quick and go ahead and share it with us. Laura. There's a little,
sorry guys, there was a little
There you
technical
go.
difficulty.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Okay, so I'm going to start like I did, because on June 22nd, it will be, and I'm so excited, I'll be starting my 6th month on the patch. And for people who don't know, who are on this line right now, I'm 64 years old. And at about 58, 57, I started to develop essential tremors. My mom has them, they're hereditary, and they were driving me crazy. I couldn't put mascara on, eyeliner, forget about holding a cup of coffee, bringing food on my fork, and it started to get really, really bad. And I didn't want to go out to eat, and I didn't want people to see that. 1 month on this patch, just one, in 30 days, my essential tremors are gone. I cannot believe that it's going to be 6 months that I have not had these tremors. I'm like a new person. I put my mascara on, my eyeliner. It's so freeing for me not to have that in my life. So with that being said, I've been on bioidentical hormones, and I have Hashimoto's disease, which I take thyroid medicine. And my bioidenticals, I started at 42, my thyroid medicine at 31. So I had my blood taken, which I do every 6 months. My doctor was so blown away at my kidney function, my liver function. He said, I will never have cardiac disease. I will never have a stroke. My cholesterol levels are insane. And he asked me what I was doing. And I said, the patch. It's this patch. It's a technology. So I sent that to him. But for anyone out there who knows me, I have been on those bioidenticals for so long. And I want to be at the levels of a 40-something-year-old, not a 60-something. I was at the levels of a 23-year-old person. My testosterone levels, I told Sarah, it was so embarrassing. They were 1,400. He pulled me off all of my hormones and said, you do not need this anymore. You are overproducing all of this. So we're going to get you off them and to go back on track. So that has made me so happy that I don't have to do that anymore. But the mental clarity, the skin, my hair, my nails, my sleep. I don't even want to tell you. I used to get up 3 times a night to go to the bathroom. I haven't gotten up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night for 5 months. It's just amazing. It's crazy amazing.
Wow.
So that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. If there's anybody on,
see her, I got to meet Laura and I met through the business. She signed in with her friend from Tampa, and I went down to meet her for the first time. I wish you could see her. She's drop dead gorgeous. She takes great care of herself. So even if you're out there and you're like, well, I'm healthy and I do this and I do that, and she eats good and she works out and she takes she does all the things she's supposed to do. You still need this, right, Laura?
Oh, without a doubt. My doctor said, Laura, in the 20-something years, your blood work has never, ever been this good. And I asked him, do you think I'll be able to get off my thyroid medicine? He said, let's go another 6 months and you may not need it because your thyroid levels are the best they have ever been. That's all from this patch. That is the only thing I have changed in my life.
Wow.
Wow. Unbelievable, Laura.
I'm a
Thank
big
you so
believer.
much for sharing that.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And
Have a
I
great
haven't,
evening.
thank you, Laura. I
What?
love you. I haven't sweat one time this entire call. I haven't been sweating. My armpits just started like rainwater. That's why I do this. Do you hear that in her voice? Okay. Like that is why we do this. Now, second testimony. This is our friend Jason. A couple of months ago, I had shared it with Jason and he was kind of adamant about coming back and forth with it. And then he had a moment and he felt like maybe this would help. And he has a great testimony. So Jason, if you could come on and share how this has helped you, your wife, and your mother, please.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for letting us share. I appreciate it. It's such a cool leadership that you guys have going on. Such a cool Zoom meeting to be able to train people, educate people, and share what we have in our hands. I don't think people understand, but they will. Just keep patching people and you're going to understand. So I called Devin about some bamboo, and he started telling me about the patches and how they were on fire and how this thing was exploding. And I said, well, we tried them years ago and we did feel better. But for some reason, I think my wife got pregnant. We ended up stopped using them, but we wanted to get some more. And I said, my wife has strep throat right now. Do you think, it'll help? And he's like, yeah, I do. I was like, all right, I'm getting in the car. I drove 3.5 hours there to get them, 3.5 hours back just to patch her because the next day was Mother's Day. In the morning, she had been so sick. She couldn't move. She couldn't get out of bed. She couldn't swallow. She was in so much pain. The next morning, she's out of bed cooking me breakfast. What in the world? And my wife was just blown away because we had a big celebration with our family and she was there. No one even knew that she was in bed and couldn't move the next day. So I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. And then, of course, my knee stops hurting. My pinky stops hurting. What else? Oh, I noticed today, this is a really cool testimony. I've always had to soak my feet in bleach because they always get really cracked on the back. And, it's some kind of, fungus in your feet where they get really hard. And I noticed today, all that fungus has fallen off. I'm like, holy cow, this is really cool. But I think what Sarah really wanted me to share was my mom. Now, my mom has been getting stem cell injections in her hip for months. And her hip and her pain has been getting worse and worse and worse. And she didn't want to try the patch because she didn't want it to interfere with her injections. And then finally she said, you know what? I can't take the pain no more. Slap the thing on me. And I put it on her neck. And she was limping so bad. It looked like she was dragging her leg, like she was a homeless person trying to get money. I mean, it was a really bad limp. I put it on her and she stops dragging her leg, starts walking normal. She's looking up at the ceiling saying, Jason, I think something's happening. And my jaw was on the ground because she did not even realize she wasn't limping. I'm like, Mom, you are not limping. She's like, what? What do you mean? I think you're not limping. She's like, I'm not. I was like, oh my Lord. I wish I would have had it on video. I really wish I would have had it on video because it's just crazy. So her tinnitus, she said if her tinnitus went away, she'd stand on the corner with a sign. My mom's 80. And I'm like, okay, Mom, that's kind of hilarious. So I passed her at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock at night, she went to go rub her knee. She always has to massage this bump on her knee that's full of water, which is inflammation. And she said that it was totally gone. She actually was going the next day to have it drained by a doctor. He confirmed there's nothing to drain. She said her dizziness spells had at least cut in 50%. And when she woke up in the morning, she called me the next morning. She said, Jason, I haven't heard my ceiling fan in 5 years from my tinnitus. My ears ring so loud, I cannot hear my ceiling fan. I'm like, what? So my mom is just like literally having a reboot. Guys, I understand that it may take someone 90 days. It may take you 50 days or 10 days like Sarah and Devin. But you're going to meet people like my mom that the doctors cannot help. And when you patch them, they're literally going to come back to life. And I'm just so excited that we have this gold mine that no one knows about. and we get to share it with the world. We get to help people. Yes, the money's going to be the icing on the cake, because with more money, you can help more people. But with this technology, we're going to be able to help every single person we come in contact with. And I'm just pumped up.
Awesome.
Wow,
Thank
awesome,
you,
Jay.
Jay.
Man, I'm so thankful that Jason called me about Bamboo, because you know what? We both have amazing families. We love the Lord. We love Airbnbs, and we will have a lot of interest with real estate and things. And so me and him get into a casual conversation over creating a screening wall on a piece of property that Jason was looking at. And I just happened to say, hey, Jay, what do you know about stem cells? You know, me and Sarah are really getting started with this LifeWave. And I'm so thankful that me and him and Sarah and Julia now are connected, and we're running together to help each other win at that. And so, hey, Jay, thank you so much for coming on here tonight and sharing that with us. That's what people understand, is when you turn the body's healing state off, everybody's body's different, but we're all going to feel it in time.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is most important in your life? Okay. Me, it's not money. All right. Money makes life easier. I've been broke. Like Mike Hernandez says, I've been broke and I've had money, and life is a lot easier when you have money, but it doesn't bring me joy. What brings me joy is the time and the freedom I have to spend with my family. I'm on summer break with my kids right now. We're at our rental property in Crystal River. I have spent 7 days here with my kids. Yesterday, we were tubing in the middle of the river. We had the whole river to ourselves. And I was watching my kids that to me, choices, having freedom, not having my job own me, and having to leave and be away from my kids for 8-9 hours a day, that's what I'm chasing. And that security that you can get from this industry, because this is when you join a company like this and you put time into it, what you will start earning is something called residual passive income. And just so I don't stumble over it, I wrote it down. What is the definition of passive income? Is when you put in a strong effort initially, either time, money, or work ethic. Like this Airbnb that I am currently sitting in. We bought this in 2017 for $300,000, dumped a bunch of money, gutted it, remodeled it. I had to learn the industry. I had to put it on the market. I had to furnish it. I had to put all the stuff in it. Took me 3 years, but now passive income. Someone checks in and checks out 365 or 52 weeks a year. Sometimes the whole week's booked. It's mailbox money now, right? I'm putting little effort in now. Passive income is when you put in strong effort initially, either time, money, or work ethic. You put systems and procedures in place, and over time, it continues to make you money with very little maintenance. Passive income is one of the best ways to build wealth and financial independence over time. This is mostly done as a side gig. Okay.
Right.
That is what we are presenting to you today.
And so what me and Sarah, what she doesn't tell you is we come from a family of entrepreneurs that we own companies, and me and Sarah had 4 companies. We just got out of a company that we were involved in for 12 years. And so anybody on this phone knows that when somebody calls you with an idea or to start a company, there's a lot of questions that are going through your mind. One is capital, right? Coming up with the money, the risk factor of starting a business, right? And it's all on you. The weight's on you to wake up day in and day out to make that business move forward. We know most businesses take 3 to 5 years to just start getting your money back out, to turn those businesses around. Guys, this business model is everything that Sarah and I have ever looked at, which is the time freedom that we have with our family. My wife being able to stay home. I'm a dad. I wake up every day, pack the lunches, take my kids to school, and I get to do that. I don't have to. I get to do that because of this industry that we said yes to when I was 24 and my wife was 18 years old.
We made 8
totally
figures.
Changed our whole life. Yep. And so that is what we have our hands on right now. So if you're sitting on this call, want to know, I tell guys, I filled my boat up with gas. We went and bought 200 shrimp the other day for an outfit that my wife would buy, in a pair of shoes she would stick in a closet and not wear them till the next wedding in 10 years. You can get started with this first order of getting your patches and getting started with a vehicle like this that can help set your family free.
So potential of the stem cell industry. Okay. Stem cell therapy is becoming more popular. People say, well, Sarah, what do you say? How do you introduce it to people? Well, one, my posture, my passion. I have such belief in this, and you don't have that to begin with, but I know I have something that people need, and people can feel that. I'm not looking at someone to make a sell. Okay. I'm looking to help them. And when I ask someone, I say, hey, what do you know about stem cells? Everyone, the light bulb, like even though I was negative at first, my light bulb went off because of the stem cell industry. It's a very intriguing thing, and it's something that people want to know more about. Okay. People are realizing the importance of healthy stem cells. It's a buzzword now. Everyone's talking about two things. Talk to the aesthetic world, copper peptides. Okay. All those, clinics that do the IVs, they're doing all copper peptides now. Copper peptides, okay? And stem cells, everybody wants to know more. Stem cell industry is expected to explode from a $200 million industry to over $300 billion, okay? In our last venture, we've only done, Devin and I together as a couple have done 2 companies. We did one back in 2005 with Steve and Gina and Onyx and Mike and Sai. We've all done this once before. And when that industry, we had a groundbreaking, industry shaking product. It was something that was hot. People were talking about it, and there weren't many means to get it. And we had something to fill the gap. We're doing it all over again. I didn't think we were going to have another opportunity to do this, but now, right, it is patent. We have 130 patents. We have 80 clinical trials. There are certain things I tell people, when you put this patch on, it's going to raise your copper peptide and activate your dormant stem cells. Does that something you want? That's all you got to know. The patch does all the rest of the work. That's how exciting this is. Now, people will get their testimony, like Jason and his mom and his wife. Overnight, we have those one patch wonders all the time, but then we have Devins and even some people that take the full 90 days. We have doctors on our team who say, listen, if you want the full potential of this technology, you need to give it 1 month for every decade you've been alive, but at minimum 90 days. It takes that much time for cell turnover. It takes that much time for collagen to be created in the body. If you give this product enough time to work, it does all the work for you. Right. All you got to do is share it with somebody. So we are not going to go into comp plan. It is too much for one night, especially if this is your first night, but we're just going to kind of explain our structure and why we are so excited. This is not a job. When you get into this, you are starting your own stem cell activation business. Okay. We are built as a binary. The word binary means 2. There are 2 different types of network marketing companies in the world. You have the unilevels and the binaries. I'm not a big fan of unilevels because typically you have to build like 7 different teams. And if you can't build 2, then you're probably not going to get very successful if you have to build 7. I love this because you have 2 teams. You have a left team and you have a right team. And your upline is going to help you build either your left or your right. They're going to help you build one of those teams with you. So you build one team by yourself, your upline helps you with the other team, and you're going to get paid off of team commissions, meaning anyone who's underneath you, whether your upline put them there, your people puts them there, 250 generations deep. It doesn't matter how deep they are in your business. If they are physically underneath you and they purchase product turns into team commissions, into binary volume, and you can make up to $25,000 a week. And our last business, our team commissions maxed out at $10,000 a week. This one maxes out at $25,000 a week. Extremely, extremely lucrative.
I love this one too, the matching bonus, because it really incentivizes us to go out. I know you've heard my wife say it 100 times. We love helping people. We love getting in there in the trenches with them, helping them with a Zoom call. Hey, Devin, I got a friend who's interested. Would you mind jumping on a 3-way call with me at lunch? Absolutely. I would love to get on there and then just introduce them. Once my friend hears me talk about it, because I only talk about one thing all day, every day. So I get better at talking about that one thing. But anybody, guys, that when you put your list together of some friends, family members, business associates, just who do you think right now that you know that you can help with their health, that might be an entrepreneur, might be looking for another vehicle to help their family get freedom? Anybody that you bring to the table, you're going to make 25% commission off them weekly. So if you help one friend make $1,000 a week in this, you're going to get paid $250 a week. They're going to get their $1,000. You make $250 just off that one person. It's unlimited. So whether you sponsor 2 people or you sponsor 50 people, you make 25% of anybody that you bring to the table. Now, what I love about it is anybody that they go and sign in, because you're helping them build a team, you make 20% off anybody they sponsor. And third level, anybody that they sponsor, you make 20%. So this isn't like, 8%, 5%, and 3%. This is 25, 20, and 20. Guys, There's nothing. Go to your boss tomorrow and tell him that you want 25% commission off anything you do for the company, all the sales you're out there doing, all the work you're doing, and then go out there and tell him and see what he says. But this enables you. I tell people it's like having a bunch of stem cell mini franchises out there, except you don't have to put in all those millions of dollars to go out there and get started in a franchise. You have them right here.
So we have another way of making money, which is the last bonus, which they just randomly throw money in the comp plan. I think this is $18,500 is
Yes.
what Mike said the other day. They're just throwing this in the comp plan for the next, until the 25th of June. If you rank up in this month, whether it's manager, director, any level in the business, the company's just going to
Throw extra money.
Throw money. And manager, it's this whole business is built on going manager. It's as simple as you getting in. Just like here, you get in, you put 2 people on your left,
Two people on your
right, you're a manager. Okay. It's that simple. If you do that this month, they're going to throw you an extra $100. Okay. So exciting. They're just giving us extra money. David Schmidt, he pulled out the checkbook, make him write the check. Okay. X39 stem cell technology awareness is growing fast. We are experiencing momentum. Okay. Momentum in a company in network marketing. Some people won't join a company like real seasoned network marketers unless they're having momentum, because it cannot be created. It cannot, just someone can't just go and create it. They can't buy it. It's organic. It happens when the right product is at the right time with the right people and everyone's excited and there's a niche in the market for it. And we are experiencing it. And like I said earlier, I did not think we were going to be able to do this again, but we're doing it. And what's great is this is a technology company. So it's affordable. He has already paid for how to create this technology. Now he's got robots in there and they're making the patches and it's affordable. They told David when he launched this patch that he needs to make the price point $300 for a month's supply. He went back to the team, to his corporate team, and said, I'm not doing it. I want everyone to be able to afford this technology. Right. Anyone can afford $3.50 a day. Take one bad habit a day out. You can afford this technology to wear it and to help your body reverse an aging. And how do Devin and I build this? I walk around with patches. I talk to people and I say, hey, what do you know about stem cells?
And this is a system though, which is our Build 331 system. So if you're brand new on this call tonight, Onyx has already this is a plug and play program for everybody on the phone to be able to go to build331.com. And it's going to literally steps 1 through 9 walk you through all the questions that you ask people, how you follow up with people, how you follow Onyx is, and I love the fact that's why this is growing so fast, is because of this system that Onyx has put in play for every one of us just to follow a system. Remember, it's not what you say or what you can explain, it's what you can duplicate. This is why this is like having a franchise that's just duplicating it yourself. This direct to consumer industry is the future, guys. 65% of the world's sales now are done online. This industry is for the future. I was talking to a manager in Winn-Dixie in our town. Winn-Dixie is having the worst year they've ever had financially. He told me the other day that in 5 to 6 years, he said, Devin, Winn-Dixie won't be around. Grocery stores won't be around anymore. You'll be buying groceries online. We're already seeing it with the Kroger trucks and people go online to Publix and Whole Foods now. But this is a manager who's been running our Winn-Dixie locally for 20 years, saying they're having the worst year ever. But anyhow, things always change. That's what I know for sure. One thing we know for sure is things change. And so this industry, having an online business that you can be in a tree stand in Illinois, you could be on a boat fishing with your kids, you could, whatever it is, you could be making money 24 hours a day in 75 countries by simply getting started tonight, filling out, go ahead, Sarah, you talk about this. I was one ahead of you.
As Devin was explaining this and why because we're kind of going quickly, we're almost done, guys. So just hear me out here. And this is something I'm really excited about. Devin and I just sold a business about 1.5 years ago. It was a blueberry farm. We were one of the largest agritourism and commercial farms in Central Florida. And we sold that farm because he was absent for literally like half of the year. He missed all the baseball. He worked like a dog, and just the money wasn't matching the effort put out. So we sold that business. Okay. Why we are excited to partner with, again, for the second time, we've already done 8 figures in this industry with another company before, and we're ready to do it again. And the reason why is because we're tired of our companies owning us. When you join a company like this, especially a company that it's in almost in its 20th year, and it's got its roots in the ground, he's already set up to do over $1 billion in sales. There aren't going to be any hiccups. Guess what we don't have to worry about? Manufacturing and development. Corporate does that. They have a 25,000 square foot lab in San Diego, a 45,000 square foot lab in Ireland. We don't have to worry about equipment and repairs, employees, customer service, managing, training, them, the people not showing up at corporate. That's all them. We don't have to worry about that. Shipping and distribution. We used to have to worry about that. Remember?
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it anymore. It gives us the confidence to know that this technology will be manufactured and shipped right to your home.
That's right.
And all we have to do is go out there and tell the story. When he developed this technology, he had many different avenues he could have brought this to market. GNC approached him, QVC approached him, different doctors' circles approached him. He decided to go with network marketing because this technology has a story. You cannot sit it on the shelf and expect it to sell itself. Someone has to tell its story. And we are the lucky ones that get to go out and share this with people every day. The company pays back 60% to the brand partner. That's pretty exciting. We are the marketers. That's our job. The time is now. Make your move. Okay. We all know the climate of this economy right now. And the best years Devin and I had in our last venture was from 2009 to 2011, because people in a great economy who just don't have time for something right now for this, or maybe people who need that extra $500 to $1,000 a month to fill the gaps. They're looking to find a way to do it without having to put out thousands of dollars that they don't have right now. We were in the green in the first week of building this business just by doing one thing: opening our mouth,
making
and
a phone
talking
call
about it.
That's right.
All we have done. We were eager to tell someone the story of stem cells. Are you serious about your dream? Did you put that dream up on a shelf because of the climate of this economy, or because of your health? You can have that dream again. Devin and I are talking about building a pool for our babies in the backyard. We have never talked about that because we're strapped to our businesses for so many years. We didn't have the extra income to do that. Do you have other options but this? What else do you have right now? What else are you going to do? We ain't investing in real estate right now. Okay. Do you want to be pain free and or financially free? Okay. You can help a heck of a lot more people by being financially free. Whatever your desire is, you can get both of those through this venture. So it's very easy to get started. If you are looking at this at just being as a customer, we have an avenue for that. You can be a happy customer. If you just so happen to share it with someone, you can make a little bit of side money or get your product paid for free. Okay. If you're looking at this as using it as a customer, silver package right here, the second package, that's your best bet. It's going to give you 90 days. If it's for a single person, we can put you on auto ship. Like Devin said, it'll ship directly to your house. If you choose to push it out or cancel it, it's a click of a button. But silver is the best for someone who's coming in and just wants to give it a try. Remember, physician said you need to get on it for a minimum of 90 days to get the effects. Okay. If you're looking at this as a business, I tell everyone minimum gold. You can't even hit the first rank in the company if you haven't come in at the gold level. If you do start at bronze or silver, you can always upgrade later. But if you're looking to at least have one foot in the door to be able to build this business, use it for you and your spouse.
You gotta have patches.
We're in a patch business. You need patches. So gold is kind of a good starting point if that's where you are financially. If you want to get it for a discount, platinum's great because they dropped the price of these sleeves from $99 a sleeve down to $84 a sleeve. So you're getting them at the cheapest price there. But Diamond is where, if you are on this call right now and you want to be fully equipped to build this business, not only are you going to get them for $84 a sleeve, you're going to get 19 sleeves. So 19 30-day packs. That's over 500 patches to start your business. You don't have any overhead for 3 months.
Right.
So you do not have to place an auto ship order. We can push it out 3 months, and they're going to pay you as if you're one of the top levels in the company. So you're going to get 10 times for 14 weeks. When you sign another diamond, instead of making $200, you'll make $500. Okay. We signed 20 diamonds in our first 14 weeks, do the math. We made a lot of money coming in at Diamond. Okay. So those are the different levels. Basically, it breaks down to $100 a month. That's the basic price of this. It's so affordable. It's a cup of coffee a day, $3 and change a day. So we talked about a lot of websites tonight. If you guys want to screenshot this page real quick, make sure you visit all of them. One of my favorite pages on here, if you're looking for more testimonies, is our Facebook testimonial page. There are hundreds of wonderful YouTube recordings of people giving their testimony like tonight. And then all the other ones we explained to you. We have some big events going on.
I'm going to say we are watching, just so you guys know, every day I get on there and I've clicked, I've watched the Atlanta, I've watched the Houston, the Dallas, Alabama. Wow. Alabama is on the map, guys. If you know anybody, Southeast United States, you need to start telling them about these patches. But these are great for the one-on-one, for people to come to a meeting, be able to meet Steve and Gina and Mike and Saeed, guys. We are so thankful that they are taking their time.
And they are on fire.
Yes.
I was sat through their meeting right before they went on this tour. And I literally sat there for an hour like, oh, I wish I was going on the tour. I wish I could be
start going, man, I need to
around."
start making some phone calls tonight when I get in my car. Because
Yes.
if you don't, Steve and Gina are going to call. Mike and Saeed are going to call them, and all the leaders around this country. We see all you guys popping up, and we are so proud that our team is just growing so fast across the country. So
Wednesday, that's tonight, right? Yes, that's tonight. So tonight at 11 o'clock California time, if you guys want a little bit more action, in Orange County, California, it's 7:30 their time, 11 our time in Florida. They'll be doing an event tonight. So if you're up and you want to watch it, go ahead and click on that Zoom. It's going to be the same link that you guys got on tonight.
Yep.
Then tomorrow, Los Angeles, California, these are open meetings. If you guys have anyone there, give them a call. Tell them to get there. Devin and I had explosive growth from just sending people to random meetings. I'm telling you, it works. People get there, they catch the vision, they look around the room and they're like, is this everyone who knows about this in Los Angeles? And they get excited. Okay. So get them there. We have a huge Spanish market exploding right now. Devin and I actually have a phenomenal team
Amazing
going
team
in Mexico right now. And they are exploding. So we have a Spanish Zoom every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Harry's going to be giving that Zoom tomorrow night. So if you have any
So
Spanish speaking
thankful.
friends,
Yep.
yes, please send it to them. And then, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't download the new one. So Steve and Gina Merritt are actually going to be doing the Zoom on Saturday. I must have clicked, I downloaded like 4 of these tonight. I opened the wrong one. So it won't be Javi and Olga, but Saturday we do have a training, and it's going to be Steve and Gina Merritt. We have a training every Saturday. We have one training a week. It's the best in the business. Steve and Gina and Onyx Cole, they're the best in the business. They've taught Devin and I everything we know, and they're going to be on Saturday and they're going to teach you guys. And when I say they are on fire, it's another level of fire right now. They are on point. So make sure anyone that is interested in building in this business, every Saturday at 1 o'clock, they need to be on our trainings. We do have a huge convention coming up. It is the This Is It convention.
coming up in August, guys. We're already signed up. We're already promoting it to all of our team members. If you're on this call, and you have to just trust our judgment, because I thank God I had a friend of mine call us and get me to one of these, because I was sitting on my couch. My business really wasn't doing that much. And I drove up. On the way back, me and my brother and Sarah high-fived, and the rest was history. Okay, so I don't know who's going, but everybody that is making money and serious will all be at this convention, guys. It's going to be in Tampa. It's going to be amazing. David Schmidt's going to be our speaker. So if you want to hear directly from the inventor, the scientist, build that bridge of belief with this technology and what you have your hands on. And then when you leave there, it's not just having the belief, it's what do I need to do? What's the next step in engagement? How am I going to, get from the manager to director to senior director? You are going to have a proven path for success. So we're looking so forward to seeing everybody at this convention. It's going to be the biggest event in LifeWave history right here in Tampa, Florida. So
August 18th and 19th.
August 18th and
Clear your
19th.
Calendar, get down there, get your hotels booked. We've already had a book open up 3 more hotels. It will sell out. Get your ticket and get to the event August 18th and 19th. Here's a quick little QR code if you want to take a quick screenshot. And then this is the rest of the events going on. They are doing a training events and launches where there's kind of like everything we told you guys tonight, where they're explaining what X39 is, a little bit about the business. And then there's also some training events going on. Atlanta, Tulsa, Alabama, Houston, Dallas, Arizona, Orange County, LA, West
You're going to
Palm
have so
Beach.
much fun, guys. These events are so much fun.
And then these are our weekly schedule we just talked to you about. And then that's it, guys. Also, Devin and I are going to be in Minnesota on June 22nd, about 25 minutes from the airport. It's listed on qfteenbiz.com. Make sure you guys get on there.
If you know
Spread the
anybody in
word.
those areas, you guys just make the phone call. You send them there. Sarah and I will be so excited to meet your members and shake their hands and give them a hug. And we're there to help everybody when everybody's going to the top. So if you know anybody in the Twin City areas, we look forward to seeing all you guys on June the 22nd.
It's a Thursday.
Right.
Okay,
Thursday.
we want to thank you guys so much for coming on, and we're so grateful we get to speak into your life. And oh, sorry, that's just a business call. Someone calling about patches. We are so excited to speak in your guys' life.
Yeah, thank you for jumping
We
on
love the
tonight.
opportunity that we get to share this technology. We're going to look back 5 years from now and go, remember the first time we did a Wednesday call? Guys, this is huge. Don't be afraid. Put the patch on, start telling people about it, start helping people feel better, start plugging to these Zoom calls. All right. We have momentum right now. If you just jump on and start participating and start patching people, you're going to get sucked up into that momentum with us. Okay. That's what's going on in this business right now. And you have the opportunity to be a part of history in this industry. And we will be the #1 stem cell technology in not just direct sales in the world, affordable stem cell technology. Okay. So thank you for coming on. God bless you all. And we will be seeing you around. Check out our Minnesota event and start inviting people.
Have a
to
great
it.
night, guys.